Well, now to something that everyone can relate to, happiness. We're all searching for it, but it seems the more energy society spends on trying to find it, the least happy we become. Sam Mack decided to track down this elusive beast once and for all.
Once it was poets and philosophers who summed up happiness. These days, everyone's at it.
Walking my dog in the morning at 5 o'clock, watching the sunrise with him.
I love to dance. Dancing is my life.
I love hugs.
Sure. Best job ever. So, with more books, websites and guides to happiness than ever before, why are we still looking for it?
How do you define happiness, Dr. Gordon?
Simply as a brief period of joy or pleasure. And one of the things to emphasise is that it is transient, it's brief.
Dr. Gordon Parker is one of Australia's leading experts in treating depression and generally feeling great.
Happiness is not achieved by pursuing materialistic objectives. Well-being comes more from other values, socialising, finding positives in events in life. So the answer to achieve a sense of well-being is to slow down.
But happiness isn't just in the mind. Zoran Kovic says we overlook the body.
The way we move is at the very, very bedrock, the foundation of our emotions.
This is Feldenkrais. It's designed to promote well-being through greater awareness of our body.
You can use movement to change your mood. Shift your weight a little bit more onto your heels.
Like that?
Does that feel secure?
No.
No, that's not a happy place. Now, come back and lead with your pelvis and let the whole pelvis bring the whole of you forward. Yeah. Is that different?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah?
It's great. My pelvis may be happily thrusting forward, but is it really all it takes to be happy? See, they look happy. Especially that guy. He's ecstatic. Oh, ants. For millions around the world, the secret to happiness lies in the soul. Stephanie Dowrick is an interfaith minister who wrote the book on happiness. No, seriously, she actually did write this book on happiness.
One of the things that really binds the religions together is their emphasis on what we come to know as the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do to you. And that in the end, your happiness will absolutely depend on how well you treat other people as well as how well they treat you.
Happiness isn't about fancy yachts or looking like a Hollywood celebrity. It's about family, friends, surrounding yourself with people who love you.
Man, I'm so lonely. Even the ants have gone.
Well, for more on this, Mark Williamson is here for the Happiness and Its Causes conference. Mark, do you believe that the search for happiness is getting in the way of us actually being happy?
Well, yes, I think that's probably true to some extent. I think actually the problem is we're looking for happiness in the wrong places so often. We're told that it comes from that perfect partner, the promotion that we want to get, the bigger house, so many things outside us. But in fact, what we now know from a huge amount of research and of course our own lived experience is that happiness tends to come less from what we earn and what we own and much more from our relationships with other people, the attitudes we take, the sense of meaning we have in our lives.
Mark, I respect that you're an expert, but I'd like to believe that I'm a guru, and I believe that you can choose to be happy. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think you can, and the evidence would back that up, but it differs between people. So, I mean, the basic things that determine happiness are our genes, the kind of genetic inheritance we have, the circumstances of our lives, and of course, as you're implying, our attitudes. And we know that the attitudes make a big difference. So yeah, hang in there. You definitely can do things to be happier.
OK, Mark, you spend your life thinking about happiness. You're an expert. Hell, we booked you. You must be an expert. Have you mastered it? Are you happy all the time?
Oh, no, definitely not. If you're talking about happiness in the terms of the sort of day-to-day emotions, no, I have angry days and grumpy days and, anxious days like all of us do. But I think if you're talking about that deeper sense of happiness, the overall feeling of is life going well or not, then yeah, I am generally very happy, very blessed. I'm very lucky and fortunate in my life. So no, in that sort of sense of overall feelings about my life, I would say yes, I am very happy.
Well, it's made us very happy to chat to you tonight, Mark. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for coming.
I disagree a little bit with your theory that if you want to be happy, you'll be happy, because I think your life is pretty sweet, but there'd be a lot of people whose circumstances would make it pretty bloody hard to feel happy all the time.
I understand what you're saying, but I think that to a degree, if you choose to be happy, happy things happen to you, to a degree.
How much time did you spend with the Dalai Lama?
That's what I think. Anyway.
You're a guru. I mean, there's no doubting it. Look, I mean, I'm on the board of Beyond Blue. It's really important that people recognise that sadness is normal. Occasional periods of sadness is normal. That's different from prolonged periods or depression. So we're really big on developing resilience, particularly in young people. So they've got strategies for coping, abilities for coping, and that's something I think that Mark Williamson is pretty big on.
Well, Happiness and Its Causes 2012 is taking place in Sydney tomorrow. Happy place to be. Also taking place today as well. Just head to our website for all the details. If you can't go there today because it's already over, I'm sure, but you can go tomorrow.
If I could just take a minute, I'd like to mention something that made me very happy this week. You may remember about a year and a half ago we ran a story on Ben Thompson, actually 2 years ago. Time flies. He's a young Australian with an acquired brain injury forced to live in nursing homes because the facilities aren't there for young people with these injuries. That problem hasn't been solved, and he remains a reminder that something needs to be done. But I heard earlier this week that he spoke his first words in 4.5 years after working very hard in rehab. Very proud of you, Ben. Awesome. Just made me very happy to hear that, so well done.
We're going to take a break now. We'll be back shortly.